On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards. Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And that man, Edwards-Helaire, well on his way to a 1,000-yard season as a rookie. He's had some big games. 138 yards in the opener against the Texans. 161 yards in a Thursday night win over Buffalo in Week 6. He has looked... Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Mahomes pass. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. That gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and now it's 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
They run the counter. Carson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
The handoff to Chris Carson. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Alert.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 3, Seahawks nothing.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Chris Carson.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult.
And I think the ball's out. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. They run it with Carson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Let's get it. Run it.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Chiefs defense.
Now, 12 teams have played exactly 8 games. The other 20, because of open weeks, will reach that number next week, week 9. But I want to go through a few of the teams with 8 games, and you tell me where you think that they're going to finish up. Let's start with the Browns at 5-3.
And I thought that they'd be 6-2. I thought they beat Las Vegas last week. So due to inconsistency, I'm going to give them 9-7.
All right, same record right now, other conference. How about the Bears at 5-3?
The exact same thing, but only because of their offense. Again, 9-7.
All right, one more. 49ers, who sit at 4-4 right now.
I think they've overachieved in a lot of ways based on all the injuries they've had, and they'll continue to battle and scrap. How about 8-8 for them for the season?
And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 60 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
And here's Edwards-Helaire.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Chiefs 9.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick.
Kick off for Kansas City.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 53 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Now it's Wilson, and this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now.
Seahawks 8. Kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Now this will make it into the end zone.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On 1st down, Mahomes flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game.
For Kansas City.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. This is Carson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. On first down, Wilson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Wilson to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are again, Wilson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
Greg Olsen, incomplete.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. From the gun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
Well, as mentioned earlier, we're at or around the midway point of the season right now, and I want to go through a few AFC races and hear your thoughts on who's going to win. Let's start in the South. The Titans and the Colts 5-2, and the other team's only one victory. Who do you think wins this?
Boy, that's going to be a really tough one because of their style of play, but I will lean towards the Colts for 2 reasons. Defense and a reliable kicker.
Well, let's go to the north then. Steelers 7-0, Ravens 5-2, Browns 5-3. Is this the Steelers division?
I think it is with the way that they've started. Remember, they beat the Ravens on the road in their first matchup, and they beat the Browns at home. You got to like how the Steelers are playing so far.
And then the changing guard in the East, Buffalo on top at 6-2. Is this all about the Bills, CD?
It should be all about the Bills, but how about those Dolphins? Now 4-3, Tua in charge at quarterback. They meet in the last regular season game of the year. I do think the Bills win the division, though.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, it's Carson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
49.
On 2nd and 11 now, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. They'll run on first down. Carson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
2nd and 10. At the Chiefs' 33-yard line.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 55 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Mike 5-4.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
23. Seahawks 8. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
5-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Sack.
Tano Passanio in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. He lets it fly and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Seattle Seahawks.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
4-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Chiefs.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vincent Mayoa just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd and a long way to go. Mahomes. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes to throw. On the move to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. Pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To throw again. Wilson flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
53, check 53.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Check. 53 is Mike.
You must be true.
Mike, 53. 53.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
Wilson's pass intercepted by the Chiefs. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, live in Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residence.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
43. 43. Mike 50. Mike 50. Mike 57.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Steps away to his left. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And say what you want about CenturyLink Field up in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.